Entering Italian NPL Market is a podcast hosted by Massimo Famularo, with updates on Italian banks and distressed assets. To get further updates, join the LinkedIn group with the same name, Entering Italian NPL Market. Bad bank. Who is footing the bill? In a recent conversation with Financial Times, Elke Koenig, chair of the Single Resolution Board, rejected suggestions from European Central Bank, expressed in a letter by Andrea Enria to Financial Times, that the EU needs to set up a network of bad banks to handle higher non-performing loans. I'm following the discussion regarding European bad banks since a while, and my take is that a solution similar to Italian GACS would be more transparent and less distortive of market dynamics. Mr. Koenig summarized her doubts with quite straightforward words. The entire debate always lacks one component. Who is footing the bill? It feels sometimes as if this is the magic system, one where losses are supposed to evaporate something that is not going to happen. End of quote. To point out again my take on the point, I'd like to suggest two main reasons why a bad bank is not the optimal solution to address the issue, and two supporting arguments for an alternative that has been successfully tested in Italian: a state guarantee scheme on serial notes of securitization vehicles, garanzia sugli attivi cartolarizzati, GACS. First and foremost, bad bank is a proposed fix to a market failure that does not exist. If no one is ready to buy bank's toxic asset, you need a government to step in, but this is not the case. According to Banca Ifis, see the September 2020 NPL Market Watch, European NPLs have been reduced from 1.1 trillion in 2015 to 0.5 trillion in 2020, providing that a strong market for this asset do exist. In Italy, some 200 billion have been traded in 12 months across 2017 to 2018, providing that a single country can handle in 1 year almost a volume ranging from 1/3 to 1/4 of the new extraordinary flows expected in worst scenario. Secondly, bad banks may threaten to harm that very secondary market that Mr. Enria was trying to promote as head of European Banking Authority. Facing the unfair competition of state-owned companies may reduce the interest of private investors for a complex and illiquid assets, where a large set of specific skills ranging from real estate to country-specific judicial system are needed to properly assess and manage an investment, and where any attempt to purchase requires expensive preliminary due diligence. Two possible remarks on these arguments are that current market prices may be punitive for selling banks, and that a debt buyer may obtain extra profits due to the lack of competition. Both of them can be addressed by the alternative I'm suggesting: a state guarantee scheme at European level, similar to GACS, that once successfully applied to Italy in 31 deals for 77 billion face value. Within these newly created schemes, banks would transfer bad loans to special purpose vehicle, issuing notes to finance the acquisition. Noted would be differentiated according risk level, and most senior notes should benefit from the public guarantee. As proved by Italian experience, this scheme would allow convenient transfer price to buyer that can benefit from very cheap leverage for a very large share of purchase price offered, full derecognition of bad loans from bank's balance sheet, even though a large amount of senior notes is retained by banks themselves, involvement of private investors to subscribe riskier notes, and rating agencies to assess the risk of senior notes, special supervised servicing provided by independent companies. The two most relevant supporting arguments for such a scheme are a lower distortion of market dynamics, since private investors are involved subscribing riskier notes, and higher transparency in the entire process that require a rating for notes that benefit from guarantees, and an independent special servicer for credit management. In conclusion, there is a wide consensus that European banks may need some help to handle the extraordinary increase in non-performing exposure. Since this may be done through a transparent and mostly market-based mechanism, there is no point in sticking to old-fashioned and invasive institutions like state-controlled bad banks. Listen to Entering Italian NPL Market podcast, hosted by Massimo Famularo. To get further updates, join the LinkedIn group or follow the English section of my blog massimofamularo.com.